Hello, and welcome to Tech Server Nerd. Alright, Apocketeers, have we got a story for you today? First off, I've got a lot to cover on this, but I just want to show you these two videos. This video here happened this week. It's the shooting death of Amir Locke, I guess 2022-2. And this dude is in his apartment. You see the police have their key here. And here, let's just watch the video, and we'll talk. We'll pause and talk about it.
Please search for it! Please search for it!
Minneapolis police released a portion of body cam video of the deadly police-involved shooting.
So you see, he kicks this couch, right? He kicks this couch. This guy's on the couch, doesn't know what's going on, laying down, chilling. He's got watching something over here, probably asleep. Cops use a key to get in.
Of 22-year-old Amir Locke. The whole incident is just seconds long, but it ends when police say Locke emerged from under a blanket on a couch holding a gun. That's when an officer...
Look at that finger. Trigger discipline. He's not trying to shoot. He has got his finger a long ways on that. This is like trying to get fear to be like, well, he had a gun. Well, he's damn well within his right to have a gun in his own house, in his own living room, where people come in and start kicking on the couch, that you're sleeping on. Like this. This person hasn't done anything wrong. They just went into this person's house and murdered them. Hold on, let's get on.
Officer opened fire.
Look at that trigger.
It's gut-wrenching. No matter the circumstances, a man, Amir Locke, has lost his life.
Whatever the circumstances, being like, oh, we're not really responsible, whatever, dude, y'all murderers.
Family is grieving and has forever been changed, regardless of the circumstances.
The interim police chief says the SWAT team was executing a warrant for the St. Paul Police Department for a homicide investigation. The officers obtained no-knock as well as knock warrants for the locations they were searching. The body cam video shows officers using a key to open the door to the apartment, announcing themselves and entering.
As they got close, you can see, along with an individual emerging from under the blanket, the barrel of a gun, which comes...
Again, it's so scary. You're in someone's house. I grew up from that generation that back in the 80s where we would have 3 generations sitting in a room watching Cops. And I'm the only one, I'm sitting here thinking, am I the only one who thinks this is weird? Why are these people just going into these people's house? It's horrifying. I was always afraid that I was going to get a SWAT team busting in. I didn't even realize, but when I was younger, I was terrified of it because it's what we saw. It's it apparently happened everywhere. They had a bunch of cops in Dallas, and so we would watch it in Dallas episodes and be like, damn, they're out there raiding people's houses, but talking this is normal. This is not normal. It breaks so many rights to just bust into somebody's house. Puts the officers at danger. It puts the people in the house at danger. There's no way this should even be legal.
Comes out from the blanket and becomes more fully exposed.
Locke's family has obtained attorney Ben Crump, who says Locke had no criminal record.
He did what any other law-abiding, permitted gun owner would do.
Amen.
Strange people bust in his house, awaken him from his sleep.
Yep, I agree.
And he reached for his weapon, which he has a Second Amendment right to defend himself.
The interim chief says Locke was not named in the warrant, and it's unclear if he is connected to the investigation in St. Paul. The St. Paul Police Department has not yet commented, but the initial release of information is not acceptable for some community activists who say they expected more changes to the Minneapolis Police Department after the death of George Floyd.
You all had no business agreeing to carry out a warrant, and now you're claiming that's part of their investigation. You don't know. Well, why the hell did you all sign up to do this in the first place?
The mayor says he is committed to...
that wasn't the full clip. So she straight up says, you want to act like a mayor? like then start acting like one or something. They didn't give the good clip, but man, she totally, man. I'll come back in another video and show the whole clip because that woman is
Transparency and more information will be forthcoming.
We want to get things right. We want to, excuse me, we want to gather the necessary evidence to make sure that we are not telling you something that is inaccurate now, only to correct it a day later.
Officials say their investigation into the incident continues. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
Look at that finger discipline. All right, so the reason this is important is because this speech here, just the other day, Chucky's cartoons, apparently. I don't know why this is a cartoon.
I put forward a plan to dam up some of those streams. You know, you can count on me to be a partner in that effort. And I have the U.S. Attorney, United States Attorney General here with me today. And we put together a comprehensive strategy to combat gun crime in cities like New York, Philadelphia, Atlanta, and many other cities, San Francisco. First, we want to crack down on the flow of firearms used to commit violence. That includes taking on and shutting down rogue gun dealers.
You don't do that already? Like, that's not already in the law?
It's about doing background checks. It's as well.
You already do those. A lot. Like a lot.
As outright selling making sure that people who
Can't even get the words out, man.
who are not allowed to have a gun don't get the gun in the first place. And again, for any of the press listening, this doesn't violate anybody's Second.
Look how he starts crossing his arms. I'm gonna start telling you, like I'm the adult here and you're a bunch of children. This is completely obnoxious when you see liberal Democratic politicians do this, and they just in their little cult, they act like they're the supreme right, and that whatever they say is fact and right, and talk down to you like you're a child. But this is the president of the United States about to talk down to adults and the press like they're children. And y'all can get me on whatever, like Trump talks some shit too, but this is smug and nasty. Like, at least Trump was funny.
For any of the press listening, this doesn't violate anybody's Second Amendment right. There's no violation of a Second Amendment right. We talk like it.
I mean, of course, tyrants have to warn you. We're not tyrants. We're not tyrants. You're tyrants. We have to go break into your house and kill you while you're sleeping.
There's no amendment that's absolute. When they
No amendment that's absolute. No freedom. Freedom was not intended.
amendment was passed, it didn't say anybody can own a gun and any kind of gun and any kind of weapon.
It literally says just that.
You couldn't buy a cannon, and when this amendment was passed, so no reason why you should be able to buy certain assault weapons. But that's another issue.
Assault weapons don't exist.
They're really showing themselves to do really well. Come on, man.
So here is the importance of...
This flashlight can burn through anything.
That's an awesome flashlight. I hope I can get one of these one day. All right. So Amir Locke, like here's the thing: the president is coming out and talking about taking guns while we're having the most, attack on our liberties with, the passports, vaccine passports. We have cities like they are just sweeping fascist legislation through, trying to do mandates. Like they are just. And at the same time, fucking up the food supply, fucking up the supply of the things that we need for the for society to function. And they're literally breaking in and killing people while they sleep, and then say that we don't have these rights. Like literally, for the president of the United States to say Americans don't have the rights they think they do should be immediate removal from. This is how we watch this every day and see this, continue to see this, every day, is beyond me, and that this is even acceptable. but don't give up your rights, because the government has only one way of telling people how to do stuff, and that's with get people with guns to come enforce the words that they say. Their words are powerful, their words are dangerous. And the only way they're going to tell you to do anything is by using people with guns to tell you to do things. You know, they sent people with guns to tell this young man what to do. He was, I mean, full trigger discipline on display right there. Like, he was not aiming, he was not a threat at this moment. But, yeah, these politicians are going to politic. And, you know, the evil pedophile group is going to make the people completely subservient to their every freaking demand, whether it be teaching your children how to do fellatio, or whether it is murdering your children in their sleep. You know, they're going to do what they're going to do. So stay strong out there, Pocketeers. Like, share, and subscribe. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Many more to come. I'll talk to you soon.